in terms of economy by Dato Sri Najib Razak is the implementation of GST that always been objected by the citizens of Malaysia. During the government reading of 2014 budget, Dato Sri Najib Razak announced a GST tax of 6% that will be implemented on the 1st of April 2015. There are a few of advantages of implementing GST. That is, the first one, it can help the diversification of income source for the government instead of just relying on the income tax and also petroleum tax alone. And the second one is it is also a transparent form of taxation and reduces the number of indirect taxes incurred. And the third one is it allows businesses to show the tax applied directly on the sales invoice itself. Customers will know exactly how much tax that they are paying for the products and services that they are purchasing. Under GST, the tax burden will not only fall on the shoulder of only one party. Instead, it will be divided equally between the manufacturing and services sector.
Initiative of Dato Sri Najib is the new economic model, which is introduced at Invest Malaysia Conference on 30 March 2010. The objective of NEM is to join ranks of higher income economies and to sustainable growth arguments to wealth of current generation in a way that does not come in the expenses of future generation. Okay, the NEM or new economic model was intended to replace the NEAP. And then it consists of two parts, which is part 1 introduced on 30 March 2010, and the second part was announced after the 10 Nation Plan. Okay, the purpose of NEM was Malaysia needs fundamentally a new economic model in order to become a higher income nation, and also to make all communities to fully benefit from the health of the country. Other than that, goals of NEM was to transform the Malaysian economy to become one of the higher income and quality growth by 2020. So basically, in conclusion, NEM was to fulfill the vision 2020 in the future.
Contribution of Dato Sri Najib in our economy, Malaysia is launching the ETP, Economic Transformation Program, which is launched on 2010. So what ETP? ETP is an initiative to turn Malaysia into high income economy by the year of 2020. It is managed by the Pemandu, Performance Management and Delivery Unit. It's an agency under the Prime Minister Department. So various sectors have been identified, and it's called the NKEA, National Key Economic Area. So now this economic area, there's 12 national key economic area, which is for example like tourism, agriculture, education, healthcare and such. So the ETP has 131 EPP, entry point project. Basically, NKEA, National Key Economic Area, are like a engine of growth in the Malaysia, and this EPP, entry point project, are like a key to start up this engine. So we take an example in the tourism area, which is EPP number 1, to positioning Malaysia as a duty-free shopping destination. This EPP target to position Malaysia as the desired duty-free haven in the region by 2020. For example, as Pulau Langkawi. Pulau Langkawi is known as a duty-free island by the Malaysian government. Or for other example, EPP 3, which is the establishing of premium outlet in Malaysia. Take example in the Johor Premium Outlet, which is in the Johor. It's offered discount in the luxury item to support our economic Malaysia.
Promotion Program GTP. GTP is first priority that matter most to the rakyat, and second, delivering fundamental changes on a national basis. GTP structure is initiative identify the areas that need the most attention and focus set attention of those areas through extensive consultation with the key stakeholders from the ministries to the people. The government has come up with 7 pressure points that it has designed national key resort areas NKRA. Moreover, the GTP also contains a ministerial key resort area MKRA component which addresses developmental goals not covered by the NKRA. Transformation Program GTP is a single blueprint that has been divided into 3 distinct horizons, each with their own focal point. Each horizon aims to build on the achievement of the preceding one by introducing greater and deeper change. GTP 1.0, the first horizon. The first horizon of the GTP kicked off in 2010 following the identification of the national and ministerial key result area NKRA and MKRA. GTP 1.0 also plays an important role in helping the government gauge the effectiveness of the target approach and to help us better understand how to best meet the overall target, the GTP. GTP 2.0, enhancing change. By almost all accounts, the GTP 1.0 pilot program has been success, judging from its results that can be found. GTP 2.0, which formally kicked off in 2013, aimed to further deepen and enhance the transformative initiative initiated in the first phase. GTP 2.0 expand and enhance GTP 1.0 initiatives that have proven to be effective and introduce new initiatives that further expand the nexus of changes. GTP 3.0 to the future and the beyond. Finally, the last phase of the GTP, which will run from 2015 to 2020 with leverage on the changes brought about the 2 previous horizons that establish new innovative governance structure that people-centered. This structure will thus support other economic activities that will take nation to develop nation status. And lastly, the benefit of the GTP for people. The changes made via the GTP will have a real and immediate impact on the everyday life of the individual people. As part of the GTP commitment to people first, the initiative have been developed to ensure that people will experience tangible changes. National Blue Ocean Shift. The concept of the Blue Ocean Strategy was coined by the 2 management thinkers. They are Professor W. Chan Kim and the Professor Rene Mogani, who provided a creative and a systematic way of creating high value at a low cost. It has been implemented during the first year of the Dato Sri Muhammad Najib Tun Haji Abdul Razak first year in office as the Malaysia 6th Prime Minister back in 2009. And BOSS is a collaboration and the togetherness of all ministries in Malaysia, the agencies applicable to all levels of government, from local government until federal government. Also, with the voluntary and the private sector. Since the year of its implementation until today, there are about 80 government department and agency that is proactive in executing the 117 and BOSS initiative collaboratively to take on the issue in economic and social. For budget 2018, the government has allocated 300 million for NBOSS program, including building a new UTC center, Blue Ocean Entrepreneur Township, and the Mobile CTC. More main elements and BOSS, they are producing creative and innovative ideas, collaboration between ministries, departments and agencies, involving minimal cost, enhancing the government delivery system to the people, utilizing existing resources, and lastly, high impact result.
Several NBOS key initiatives, and the first one is Community Rehabilitation Program or CRP. It was designed to help and put into rehab to those who have committed petty crimes such as public intoxication, simple assault, reckless driving, trespass and vandalism, and many more. By comparison, to build CRP center is actually 85% cost. The initiative is transforming the lives of people in need, giving hope, dignity, and the tools to restart their lives and become productive members of society. The second initiative of NBOS is called Urban Transformation Center or UTC. UTC is one of the great ideas from our Prime Minister Dato Najib Tun Razak. The first UTC center in Malaysia is at Malacca and being launched by the great man himself on 23rd June 2012. It is one of the NBOS strategy to improve the service quality with the strategic cooperations with the government and the private sector. The objective of UTC is to ease the public in their daily business with the government without going to different places to get things settled. UTC is a place where you could meet and settle your business with every agencies that you need to deal with to ensure a smooth daily routines at one place. The third initiative of NBOS is Malaysia Global Innovations and Creativity Centre or MAGIC. MAGIC was introduced by the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia at Cyberjaya to encourage entrepreneurship among Malaysians. MAGIC Centre will be a one-stop place for entrepreneurs in getting financing from banks or ventures capitalists and also to serve as incubators for developing startups. NBOS is called I Am For You, which is One Malaysia for Youth for its abbreviations. It's one of the government initiatives to encourage the nation's youth to involve in volunteering. Since this initiative was introduced back in 2012 by the man himself, the initiative is able to empower the youth, instill a caring spirit, and also create unity to drive change and have positive impact within the communities in a good way. I Am For You mission is to nurture and encourage the growth of volunteerism in the hearts of youth. Meanwhile, their vision is to build society that will give rise to leaders of tomorrow. The values that they hold on to are passionate activities and inspiring those around to follow the footsteps to act the same with these good deeds. This initiative was to drive the youth energy and talent in a good direction that could benefit the country. I Am For You members in Malaysia are approximately to have large figure in volunteering organization with proud 3 million members across the country. Their volunteers have carried out 4,500 national and international projects like aiding natural disaster relief and performing local and regional community work.
Berkibarlah, berkibarlah, berkibarlah,